Hi guys, Chosen Reactions, and this video I'm going to react to episode 15 of season 2 of Once Upon a Time. Let's get into it.
That's mine. It's not for a servant.
It was my mistake.
Servants don't wear crowns.
Enough. I'm sorry, Your Majesty.
No. I was talking to Snow.
What kind of attitude was that?
The upcoming ball, for instance. Can you tell me what it's for?
It's to honor me on my birthday.
No. It's for you to honor them. By showing them you will be a kind and benevolent leader when that time comes.
It's beautiful.
And it's heavier than it looks.
Your Majesty.
Mother!
I'm fine.
No, you're not. Come. There. I'm getting the doctor.
Isn't life fair? Joanna.
I didn't know she was in Storybrooke.
Neither did I.
His face!
Apologies, mate. I think you have something of mine.
Did you have to wound his face though? Well, at least she's really here. So it's less likely that it is a trap.
I came across it in Mr. Gold's shop and I knew how much it meant to you. I knew you had to have it.
Thank you.
I miss her too. What was that?
You can never have a peaceful moment for like longer than 2 seconds, no?
I can reconstruct the map. It'll just take a bit more time. And when we find it, I promise you, I'll use that dagger to force the Dark One to kill anyone you like.
We have to bide time until they call us back or return.
How?
Regina, she doesn't trust her mother. Never has. If we can put some doubt in her about Cora's motives, it might slow them down.
You think she'll just trust you?
Well, she doesn't need to trust me. She just has to listen to me. And I know how to get her to do that.
But listen to you, Snow? You of all people?
Try and convince him to come back to Storybrooke with us. This isn't about me anymore. You'll do it for Henry. He ran away to Boston to be with you. You'll do the same thing for his father.
Until Neil lets him down, which he will. And it'll be a hard lesson, but then at least Henry will understand that I lied to protect him.
Someone's beginning to sound a lot like Regina.
Ooh.
You've earned enough goodwill with me to give you one last chance. She has to choose the right side. The side of good.
Have you ever considered that maybe, perhaps, I am good? I was always the queen. It was you who added evil to my name.
Good doesn't
Regina.
do what you do. She doesn't care about Henry. All she wants is power.
Power's how you get things.
She doesn't care about you.
Really?
Don't forget how she ripped out Daniel's heart.
And what would you know about mothers?
Ah, that's low.
We'll cancel the ball. Then turn it into a celebration once you're better.
We can't cancel your birthday. It will be fine. I will be well by then. I want to see you walking in that tiara.
There has to be something that can save her.
There is a benevolent fairy who can grant a person's wish if their heart is true.
Mine is. I swear.
And I'm supposed to believe that her heart wasn't pure enough or something?
Maybe you should come with us.
Storybrooke?
Senior department. We've got a lot going on here.
Looks can be deceiving. Listen, there's something I've been meaning to tell you. It's complicated.
So, Neil.
More complicated than this?
Take the subway?
Well, maybe he just needs some time. I don't know.
Whoa! That was fast! Woo!
Tick-tock. Time's up, crocodile.
No!
You told me that. And for that, I now take your life.
No, you won't! What the f—
Mr. Gold, are you alright?
Stay away from me. You caused this. You brought us back here. You did this.
What the fuck?
Hey, kid.
Rumpelstiltskin.
The battery's dead. Go on the other
I'm
way and
about
see
to
if you can
jump
find
in
charge,
there and
okay?
give you some slaps.
It's poison.
Of course it is.
That's one of Hook's own making. There's no antidote in this world.
Storybrooke. There's magic there now. We need to get him back.
I may be able to conjure a remedy, using a type of magic that is forbidden to fairies, except under the most dire of circumstances. You must promise to keep this a secret. No one must ever know.
Yes. Yes, anything.
But who must die? That is for you to decide.
But she's just a kid, man.
You must hold this candle over the heart of your sacrifice and whisper their name. And when the candle is lit, that person's life will be traded for your mother's. All she ever wanted was for me to be good.
Seriously, what the is up with the blue fairy, man?
So you know Hook?
It's a long story. Short version is this world wasn't my first stop when I left home.
No.
It was Neverland?
A couple 100 years old by now.
Oh, yeah. So you were in Neverland. That's how you know
Right.
Hook.
Hang tight.
You were one of the kids.
Emma, you need to see this.
What is it, kid?
It's a text from David and Mary Margaret. You need to read it now.
Time's come for you to start trusting someone. And if I were you, I'd start with family.
If dark magic is the only thing that can break that protection spell, we need to make an exception and use it. Just like you told me once before.
I've never told you any such thing.
Look, I kept your secret.
Everybody hold on.
Wait, it wasn't you?
Emma?
I'm sorry. I could have healed you, but I was too afraid.
That wasn't fear. That was strength. Strength to resist darkness. I am so proud of you. As long as you hold the spirit of goodness in your heart, I shall never leave you.
I told you to pick your side carefully. Good has won, just as it always does.
You see, in the end, it isn't good or evil that wins, but power.
No.
Your choice.
I miss you so much.
I hate that outfit.
You?
That fairy stands it.
I'll turn Snow White's heart black as coal. That candle won't be her final test. And once I've darkened her soul, it won't just be you I've destroyed. It'll be your legacy.
She didn't give me that candle. You did. My mother wasn't sick at all, was she?
Oh, she was quite sick.
You did all this. You killed my mother.
Actually, the candle would have worked. You could have saved her.
But you knew I wouldn't.
Sick.
Why? You have what you came for.
Not quite everything.
You see where good gets you?
I can't even
Nice
look
to
at
see that.
you.
You made sure I'd be in the pastures when Snow rode past.
But we already knew this.
I am the queen. And if that's what you wanted so badly, why do you need Rumpelstiltskin's dagger now?
You're worried my interests are no longer aligned with yours.
My only interest now is Henry.
And I've told you, you'll have him.
I'm surprised you'd rally to his side like this.
There's a difference between running away from your father and watching him die in front of you. He may be a monster, but he's my blood.
What happens when he's healed?
I don't know. For goodness saying something I think is possible with him.
It's somewhere inside you. You hope someday it will be. I'm tomorrow. Emma.
It's my fiance.
Oh, fiance.
I followed the same rule my entire life. Hold on to goodness. How many more lives is following that lesson going to take away from me?
You can't let Cora make you lose faith in who you are.
That's what she
Someone
wants.
who does the right thing. You know, that's exactly what she wants.
I made the right decision when I stopped Regina's execution all those years ago. We keep thinking that people will change.
What if that's wrong? What if I'm the one who has to change?
Change how?
For the worse?
I'm going to kill Cora.
No, Snow! Well, this was episode 15 of the second season of Once Upon a Time, and I thought it was a very powerful episode. A lot has happened. It took me a little bit to process everything, but even though it did make me cry and angry and upset, I still enjoyed this episode a lot. You know, we started off with Snow White's mom, we got to see her, and the casting was again exquisite, I would say. Even though she didn't have that many scenes, she did leave a very big presence, in my opinion. She was definitely beautiful in and out, and I definitely adored seeing her little teaching moment with her daughter, because it really took me out for a second when Snow was quite, I would say, even say mean to Joanna. And I love how her mom, you know, lets her know that, hey, even though that we are royalty, that doesn't mean we're better than other people. I like that little teaching moment, and you can definitely see, you know, how Snow White became the person that she is, or I guess maybe was, more about that later, today. You can see that she is a lot like her mom. I don't know, I just thought it's very beautiful, and I knew that, you know, I mean, we all know that her mom wasn't gonna last long, but it still upset me a lot to see it, you know, to see Snow White saying goodbye to her mom, and just the way that she was crying her eyes out, and she was there the whole time, and it took until everyone was gone, and she didn't even realize it. Joanna literally had to wake her up. So that was already a very strong element. Then we also have, you know, Hook was like this close to having his revenge, I guess even more revenge against Rumpelstiltskin. That I was very scared. He literally came out of nowhere, and I blanked out, and it took me way too long. It took me until the characters said it themselves, you know, that to realize that, yeah, it makes sense that Hook was that fast because he took his freaking ship, and we all know how fast that is. But he was very close. If Emma wasn't there, then Hook would have been gone for. And I mean, he still can, you know, he's still in a pretty bad situation, being all poisoned and all that. Plus the fact that if he wants to survive, then he has to go to Storybrooke, and we all know who's waiting there with the dagger. But yeah, Hook almost got his revenge. And I'm not even sure, like, I know that Rumpelstiltskin is definitely not perfect, and I do understand why Hook wants to take revenge, but when it came down to it, again, just with Belle, again, I was like, you know, Hook, please stop, no, leave Rumpelstiltskin alone. Even though that I'm also having my eye on Rumpelstiltskin because of the way he's treating Henry, and he's being a little bit too obsessed with the, you know, I have to get rid of Henry because he will be my own doing thing. So yeah, Rumpelstiltskin, don't do this. I know you have some issues, but don't make me pissed off. But the thing is, I'm not sure if I just miss it, but like, where's Hook right now? Like, did they just left him there, or did they tie him up? I have no idea, but I guess I find that out very soon, like probably the next episode. Then also the whole candle test. I was confused. Before I was thinking about, hey, is it the blue fairy? And when I just thought it was a blue fairy, I was quite pissed off because I do think that she can be, you know, she can be cruel a little bit, in my opinion. I mean, if you think back about the whole, well, okay, I'm blanking out right now. Okay, never mind. Let me just blank. Anyways, I remember that I got frustrated a few times with her, that I thought that she was being unnecessarily cruel or very strict. As with Nova, that's what the name I was forgetting. I thought it was pretty... But, I mean, I understand the reasons, but still. But anyways, this, with the whole, you know, oh, there is something, but it's forbidden for fairies, but you know, it can save your mom. It's like, okay, that's kind of scary. Like, I don't really like the thought about, you know, if people are, I mean, if you're gonna say everyone has to die, the whole balance it's all gonna be off and gone. But then when she told Snow that, okay, you can help your mom, but use this candle, but in order to do that, you do have to sacrifice someone. I was like, wait a minute, hold up. Still, I didn't think it was not the blue fairy, because again, I think she can sometimes be a little bit, gets out there, but it doesn't make sense for the blue fairy. And in this case even more, because I thought, you know, why would you let a kid make a decision like that? Plus, I don't think that the blue fairy would stand for having people die in someone else's place. That's not good. So later on, when in the present time, Snow I guess kind of reminded or hinted at the blue fairy that she knows, you know, that she knows they had to keep it a secret, but we could see that she generally didn't know what the heck Snow was talking about. That was wondering, like, okay, it isn't her, so who is it? And Cora did cross my mind, but I kind of wrote her off, because I was like, okay, why would Cora give Snow the option to save her mom if Cora wants Regina to end up queen? But you know, she explains it. She also wants Snow White, her heart to darken. I guess to not be pure anymore. To kind of mess up the legacy. I mean, it's not enough to kill Snow White's mom. To kill Snow White's mom. To also be responsible for Regina wanted to take revenge on Snow White, which therefore made Snow White also, or Snow even, lose her father. Nah, that's all not enough. I also want to, you know, mess up Snow. Jesus Christ. But I'm very relieved that Snow didn't even try, or wasn't even, you know, about to. Thank God that we didn't even go there. But it's still heartbreaking that she thought that was not the right thing to do, and that she should have saved her mom, but that she was being weak. But then, you know, luckily her mom was still able to tell her, like, no, that is your strength. You were being strong by resisting to use dark magic. Which brings us to the present time, where we had this confrontation between Cora, Regina, Snow, and Charming. And Snow and Charming did have the dagger, which was hidden behind the clock. Very smart of Rumpelstiltskin. And unfortunately, Regina and Cora had Joanna with them. And Regina just, you know, without even, I don't know, doubting it for like a second, or maybe having a little trouble, just ripped out Joanna's heart, and Snow had to make a decision between either giving up the dagger or Regina smushing Joanna's heart. And as we could have figured out, and totally understandable, and also by, I guess, Charming's, he was also encouraging her to, you know, even if they don't have the dagger, they can still work it out. So therefore, you know, she can save Joanna if she wants. So she gives up the dagger. But of course, even though I should have known, but the thing is, I thought when we had the confrontation, I thought that, okay, she's gonna give the dagger, but then Regina or Cora are still going to smash the heart. So when Regina put the heart back into Joanna, I got this false sense of feeling safe about, oh, okay, she put the heart back, so I guess they're like, whatever, we don't care, we have the dagger, we're gonna go, whoops. So that, I'm assuming that was on purpose of the writers. I'm assuming they wanted me, or maybe I'm the only one, but like, I don't know. I gotta assume that they wanted everyone to think like, okay, it's good, it's in the clear. But no, then Joanna gets thrown out of the window by magic and falls to her death. And like, I don't really know Joanna the character. It's still like quiet. Like, it wasn't even like, don't get me wrong, I feel bad for Joanna, but it was mainly because I knew how much she meant to Snow, and also because of everyone that Snow has lost. And she also found out about her mom in that moment. It was like a culmination of all those feelings, plus also disappointment and sadness that Regina still doesn't have this wake-up call. I guess it all came together, and I kind of lost it, but that was so hard to watch. And then later on, that Snow, she's to this breaking point, and Snow, she had this whole conviction that that good always wins, and you always have to do good, and that's what But now she doesn't see the use of doing good anymore. She's like, what does it bring us other than pain and losing people? She's lost so many people. But she's not just like, oh, now I'm going to be depressed, which would be totally understandable. No, she wants to take revenge. She wants to kill Cora. Which is exactly what her mom would be against. So I'm very nervous. Very nervous. I'm really hoping that Charming will be able to pull her out of this. You've seen before when she lost her memories of Charming, that she was about to kill Regina, but then Charming was able to remind her who she is, and that isn't who she stands for. But I'm not sure how he's gonna go about this, because in this case she has all her memories, and she just like reminded herself. The thing is she still that person? Can she still be that person? I really hope so. I'm kind of worried. I think there's only one thing that I'm a little bit confused by this episode. Like, I wouldn't really say it's a dislike, but I'm a little like, hey, what's up with that? And I already addressed it, but it's the fact that Regina had this kind of revelation moment with her mom that, oh, wait a minute, so you purposely like made sure that Snow would have this horse accident around this area, and you put me in that same area so I would save Snow, because yada yada yada. And I said, like, wasn't this already established? I think maybe my memory's all wrong, but I remember from that episode where we saw those events, that after she lost Daniel and after Regina, I guess, found out about that Snow told her mom, that she asked her mom, maybe not even asked, but like asked / stated that her mom made sure that Snow would have gotten an accident or something. I don't know, wasn't it? I think that she already knew. I think she already stated. I think her mom reacted with I don't know what you're talking about or something, but I thought that it was clear that Regina wasn't buying it. So that kind of confused me. I'm not sure. Might have to rewatch that part. But yeah. But this was a very good episode, in my opinion. So yeah, do let me know what you think. And I'm excited for the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.